Welcome back to What You Missed Gaming, the video game news show that knows it's dangerous to go alone and uninformed on the internet. So here, take this video game news with you and stay informed, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to What You Missed News, the news show where your host, Protomario, got banned off of Reddit after 1 week and 4 posts. So I hope you're doing better than I am. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I have a great amount of news stories to cover today, so let's just jump right into it. The first one involves a Snapchat filter being added, the Pokemon Snapchat filter, and it basically turns a lot of people into Pikachu. Some of the pictures are absolutely horrendous and horrifying, and I think it's not that great, but some of them are pretty decent. At the end of the day, if you're not interested in wearing makeup and buying ears, Pikachu ears, then I guess this is a nice substitute, but you can definitely tell that it's a filter. Some of them are pretty decent, some of them are not so much, so you might want to be very, very careful when using it. Make sure to look at yourself before you send that snap, and yeah, you can test that filter out. There you go. It's the official Pikachu Snapchat filter. So, League of Legends developer Riot Games has been sued and lost its lawsuit to a soccer player of all things. So, this is an interesting story. It was reported via PC Gamer that football player Edgar Davids, he didn't want them using his likeness. Now, I don't know much about football or soccer. This individual is a pretty popular soccer player. He contacted Riot Games in 2015 and requested it to stop using the League of Legends character skin Striker Lucian, as he believed it was based upon him. You need to note that statement right there. He did contact them first. So a lot of stars, celebrities, big time influencers, sports fanatics, athletics, these people, they usually just sue. They usually don't even go out of their way to contact whatever company is infringing their rights. They usually just sue. This guy went out of his way to contact the company first, and it still didn't want to change what it had going on. David's claim that Striker Lucian's skin color, hair, muscular posture, and aggressive playstyle, and well-known sports goggles and glasses were pretty much a trademark and based upon him and himself. And basically what he said was take this down, change it, do something different, and they didn't do that. Now, a Dutch judge did agree with David's claims, adding that the player did have a right to protect his likeness. And unfortunately, the reason that this went in David's favor is because of a tweet from 2014 that said, quote, "For all you wondering, Striker Lucian was inspired by soccer pro Edgar Davids." And that tweet has since then been deleted, and the account it was tweeted off of has been locked down. But I think it's insane to sit there and think you can cover this stuff up. Deleting a tweet, locking down a Twitter, it doesn't stop people from screenshotting what happened at the time, especially if it's a Q&A and people are interested in the game. Of course they're going to screenshot the results. Of course there's going to be numerous news articles talking about this stuff. So I think it's insane that they thought they could get away with using this likeness. Why didn't they just change it a little bit? Let's just move on to the next story. So Star Wars The Force Unleashed's protagonist, Starkiller, could have become canon. Sam Witwer, the voice of Starkiller, via Polygon, revealed during a Twitch stream that his character was considered to appear in the CGI animated television series Star Wars Rebels. Starkiller was potentially going to be featured as one of Vader's Inquisitors who would personally hunt down enemy Jedi. But unfortunately this fell apart due to the overpowered nature of the video game hero. And that's absolutely true. The Inquisitors were not that powerful. The Grand Inquisitor was, as he was originally a temple guard before the fall of the Jedi Order and Vader had taken the reins of what was going on. Darth Vader is a Sith Lord, and so was Starkiller. Starkiller was trained in the dark side of the Force by Darth Vader himself, and he rose and became so powerful that he took the reins of Darth Vader if you went the dark side path in that game. He went and he killed almost every single light side hero of the Force, and he was able to turn Luke Skywalker at the end of the game, if you did continue and buy the DLC and stuff like that. So of course he's an absolute powerhouse, and it wouldn't really make sense to have a powerful Sith Lord working under someone that he's technically more powerful than. You can have that lively debate in the comments below whether or not Starkiller was more powerful than Vader, but according to the game, if Starkiller was able to kill Vader, then yeah. He didn't end up being more powerful than the Emperor though, so at the end of the day, he just became a slave to the dark side, just like Darth Vader was. EA games for Nintendo Switch dependent on FIFA 18 success.
What a terrible joke.
If you want more EA games on Nintendo Switch, this FIFA 18, it had better sell well on the Nintendo Switch. Like, what do you expect these people to do? One, a lot of people can't find Nintendo Switches these days. They're either sold out or it's just difficult to acquire them. Two, this is a soccer game in a franchise, and you're asking these individuals to pick up a system that they might not even have an account for, that they might not even have any history with. It's been quite some time since the original Xbox and PlayStation had launched. There could be a good number of people out there who don't even have any experience with a Nintendo console. So, for me personally, I'm not going to buy FIFA 18 for the Nintendo Switch. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not into sports games. And I think a lot of people will sympathize with me, a lot of gamers. And I think a lot of standard individuals out there who just work a 9 to 5 and don't do what I do and aren't into gaming like I am, I don't think they're going to go out and buy a Nintendo Switch just to buy FIFA 18. This is one of the most ridiculous statements I've ever heard. And from a company, EA's executive vice president, Patrick, he said this, quote, "We want to be part of the Switch and help Nintendo grow that installed base. But at the same time, we have to look at it from a resource standpoint. And at some point, the numbers become a factor. So for us, it's about supporting the platform, building the technology for the platform, testing it out with big things like FIFA, and maybe a couple of others. We'll see. And if they go well, I see no reason why we shouldn't have as much of a portfolio on that platform as possible. I hope we get there. That would be my personal ambition." You are basing this on FIFA. On FIFA. One of the lowest selling games on Nintendo consoles across multiple generations. FIFA. You serious, man? You have so many games under your belt and you're using FIFA as the determining factor. Are you freaking kidding me? I don't have anything else to say about the story. It just seems like they want a good excuse not to put games on the Nintendo Switch. I could be 100% wrong, but I know that there are probably a lot more people out there who are playing FIFA on their Xboxes and PlayStations and not their Wii U's or Wii's or Nintendo GameCubes. IGN went on to review Undertale. I'm not sure why they decided to pull this review out of nowhere. Basically, I think this has to do with the PlayStation 4 release. So August 15th, 2017, there's a small paragraph at the bottom talking about the PlayStation release and discussing that it's a pretty decent release. It has 4:3 screen ratio and dynamic changing art and stuff like that. And that's great and good and everything. But I think due to the way Undertale works with the save file system, I think it would be 10 times easier and better to play it on the PC versus the PlayStation 4. But hey man, you know, if you don't have a good comparable PC that you want to play this on, you don't want to go out and buy a controller for your PC, fine, I understand that. It'll probably be better and easier to play it on the PlayStation 4. So Discord shuts down white supremacist servers in wake of Charlottesville rally. Okay, so you can read through this article and you can figure out whether you're for censorship against hate or you are pro-freedom all the way. This is a sensitive topic and I want to end on this. It's very interesting to talk about these things, but at the same time, when a lot of people talk about this stuff, when a lot of people broach this topic, they get very, very upset. And this is an emotionally charged subject, and I don't blame anyone for being emotionally charged. But when you remove the emotion and you look at it from a different point of view. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was explaining that when you hack down a weed, what happens? Weed grows back. You pull the weed up by the roots, and more weeds come back later on. How do you destroy a weed? How do you stop a weed from seeding the earth? You salt the earth. How do you salt the earth? You educate people. The weeds, they're the racist. They're the sexist. They're the evil people of the world. And you cannot stop them from coming up. You cannot stop them from appearing. But what you can stop is you can stop censoring these stupid ideas. Let them be debated. I am not pro white supremacy. I'm not pro anything. I think most ideologies out there are incredibly stupid. I believe in a light and a dark. I believe there is extremely good and extremely evil. And I believe everything in the world is based upon self and selfless. And one is driven by evil and one is driven by good. And all intentions can come down to that. That's what I personally believe. So you can believe whatever you want. You can believe that this is censorship and this is horrible, or you can believe that more companies need to censor the stuff. But this is what's happening. And why I discuss this in my What You Missed here is because this applies to gaming. Because Discord, as it was portrayed here in these articles that I've been reading about it, is a mainly gaming app to allow gamers to chat. Just like Mumble, just like other things like maybe TeamSpeak. I know they can be used for other things, things, but a lot of people view them to be used for with gaming. To censor ridiculous ideologies, all you're doing is you're covering up something that is going to blow up later in life. If you cover it up, someone is going to eventually find it, and maybe because of a generational shift, they will run with it. I personally like to have ideas out there to be debated and to be destroyed. I have no issue arguing the merits of any ideologies, but ideas, they don't bleed. You can't kill ideas. All you can do is show how that is a terrible idea. So that's all I have to say about today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed these stories, and I hope you guys enjoyed what you missed gaming. This is a recap of things that you might have missed recently. If you did, make sure to leave me a like and support the show just by sharing this with people that you might think would be interested in these news stories. I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, God bless, and thank you for watching.